Hey, it's me, Richard Hlaey. Sorry for the late upload. Been having issues with the phone camera, so got it fixed for now. Now on with another chapter reading of S.I.D, Systems Intelligence Design. Chapter 5, Homecoming Nightmare. I don't like this, Jessica expressed. Chosen emotion concern. Maybe they needed to evacuate, Jacob responded. Mirrors Jessica. I'm doubting it. There's just something a bit off. The team slowly progresses throughout the docking / corridors. Extreme caution, antagonists, anticipation. Their journey was of cold cryptic malice, unknown horrors, unconfirmed existence of evil. Sid, see if you can get the see if you can get a hold of anyone. We're located within the Canis Major supervoid. The ship seems deserted. Roger, commencing command protocols. Scanning. Systems identified 0 inhabitants. Somehow you are in the only ship located in such hostile region. Holochronic visual. Helmets. Holochronic visual. Helmets. Commando suit. Image. Commando suit image. What now? It's quite possible they're in need of desperate evacuation, Jessica. Menacing roar at a distance. Quiet for a moment, Jacob strongly commanded. Whispered the uttered as a whisper as I whispered. The utter silence left dreadful room for the repetitive left the dreadful room for the repetitive horrors, menacing sounds. If we weren't immune to fear and terror, we'd definitely be in serious trouble. A feminine soldier detailed. Either way, we can't afford to lower our guard. Let's stick together and find out what we can, Jessica commanded. Deranged appearance. If we hadn't known before, I'd say every one of us would actually be demented, Jacob stated. The gods of the Malvathrax Aridmos dimension still desire to corrupt us. Fortunately, it's literally impossible for Jessica interlude. It's supposed to be intercepted, but anyways, Jessica, you don't need to remind us. We already know it's literally impossible for us to undergo corruption. Same with literal insanity, Jacob pointed out. Honestly, I sometimes ask myself what's the point in us putting on such imitation. Then again, it does have some form of combat value. Sid, see if you can pick up on what's making the horrifying sounds and where it's located. Scanning. My apologies, but my systems can't detect what's roaring. What about its location? Negative, Jacob. I can only confirm there's something lurking throughout the ship. It's quite possible more than one's there as well, Sid alerted. Half-truth. Their journey throughout trepid silence only he met with the chaotic roar of the amorphous creature as faint whispers fully ignorant of Sid's menacing agenda of totalitarian-based regime. Lieutenant James, where are you? Jessica questioned. Holochronic visual. Repetitive. Great. Heed, no answer. This is Lieutenant James Korblan of the United System Social Construct Military. We're under attack by unknown specimen. Our ship's sustaining critical damage. Request reinforcements now. Jacob Jacob, hack into the cybersecurity systems. See if you can trace the signal's origin. I've got a cryptic and intense hunch it may not be what it sounds like. Confirming order, Jessica. Took me 2 minutes, but I've successfully bypassed all security systems. His unfathomable hacking skills, well known for dismantling targeted cybersecurity systems eons beyond their current timelines. My appreciation strongly rests on you, Jacob. Jessica smiled. Holochronic visual helmets. Odd I can't get a reading where it's from. Do you think it's a hoax? Not really. Data analysis indicates it's coming from within the ship, yet I know there's no damage. Yet there's no damage. As Sid, see if you could restore lighting systems back to normal, Jessica commanded. Sid, do you copy? Yeah. What's going on here? I can't seem to get a hold of Sid now. Probably too busy dealing with other issues, Jessica. I'm not certain. Could be, but what? It's a masculine soldier interrogated. There's just something quite off about this ship. Hey, look at the bright side of things. XTC-13 Valhalla ships are nearly indestructible. Power shields capable of protecting against methods capable of destroying real space-time fabrics. Multi-universal / dimensional and timeline traveling capabilities, size equivalent to 13 Earth solar systems. Speed vastly beyond light, weapons capable of tearing through real space-time fabrics in any universe. Etc. Fully charged power. Even if it even has equivalent of 13 Earth solar masses for whatever reasons, Jacob detailed. Weapons capable of covering over trillions of light years. Even so, I just can't fail to realize we're in some form of cryptic horror, Jessica. We know will prevail eventually, Jacob reminded. Ships related to XTC-13 Valhalla's size and Earth's solar systems up to be the exact number of on their label. Example, any upgraded versions of it with 24, Jacob interrupted. There's no need for you Ben interrupted. There's no need for you to explain, Jacob. We already know our scientists love to strongly assist our technicians building ships larger than solar systems. Hey, just felt like reminding my best friend. And he replied, deranged expression. It's honestly, he had better hearing it while we journey throughout the ship. It causes me to deliberately undergo calm, confident emotion, Jessica declared. Unhinged smile. Wait a second. Our helmet systems, light scanners picked up on blood signals, a feminine warrior claimed. Their eyes discovered blood stains everywhere. Left wall. Claw marks everywhere. We're not alone. Jacob, see if you can upload full mapping systems into our helmets, Jessica commanded. Holochronic visuals. No need to tell me once, he replied, excited for combat. The low, menacing roar echoed throughout the ship as they slowly progress to the command deck. Guarding couldn't we, couldn't we just dart throughout the ship? A black, masculine soldier questioned. Negative. We may have superhuman speed capable of covering entire planets on foot in minutes. Great precaution necessary. There I saw it, a Russian feminine soldier stated. Its speed barely visible as it darts across the cold metallic floors within the darkness. Everyone starts circling up, Jacob ordered, their faces immeasurably excited for bloodshedding as they quickly gather up. Let's see you attempt to kill us now, the Russian feminine soldiers stated. Cocky, the woman's ruthless, cold brown eyes scans the entire area in front of her, never leaves position. Her short, alluring black mushroom hair dangling front above black eyebrows, side barely below ears. Her 6'8" tall, muscular, curvaceous figurine, ready for battle once more, hands gripped around her antimatter particle rifle, her tongue licking her plump lips, strongly. He desire blood and flesh. Careful, Anika Yolkovich. You might get your high boots dirty, Jacob teased. Mild. This isn't the time for teasing, Jacob, Jessica alerted, normal tone. Felt it was necessary, he replied, a menacing stare gaze on the Russian woman. Barely lit, human arm in mouth. There she retaliated. Retaliated. Fires gun. Tormented screams. Got it. It's dead. What do you think it was, Anika? Not certain, Jessica, but whatever it was, certainly enjoys snacking on human beings, she revealed. The creature, once a cryptic detailed cephalopod roach, a 419 feet tall, 4'19", whatever, de-atomized. Hope we encounter more of these things, Anika stated. Immeasurable deranged expression, eyes fiercely enraged. Let's proceed further to our objective, Jessica commanded. Extreme deranged expression maintained. Entire mission. Hopefully one of us will get a full scan on what this thing is. I hope you're right, Jacob. They simultaneously stated, entire team. Their journey rich with cryptic dread, attempting to solve the dark mystery. Vastly ignorant of altered timeline. The sight of death thickens deeply throughout ship. Chaotic creatures of amorphous images haunts the corridors / rooms as the trepid sounds echo, slowly fading. We've got hostiles incoming. All the units opened fire. A masculine male shouted from a vast distance. Holographic visuals helmet. The sounds of gruesome deaths enchant the ears. Massive casualties witnessed. Slow self-resurrection engaged. They better be able to prolong their self-resurrection capabilities, Anika alerted. It would be a burden for us, realizing if it were possible. Fortunately, our scientists and technicians solved that issue eons ago. Don't you remember? Of course I do, Jacob. I only stated that because not everyone has a rapid rapid self-resurrection like you. At least It's true we have limitless people with rapid self-resurrection abilities, equilibrium, minutes timing. I heard our scientists and technicians are constructing newer brands of battle suits, Jessica alerted Strong. I heard they're rapidly expanding enhanced self-resurrection methods through our species, around 2 minutes resurrection. Of course, people would have to choose to self-resurrect, Jacob replied. Who's gonna never choose to do that? Anika interrogated. I can understand why people may delay it. Each universe and dimension is grimdark, Jacob reminded, rounded up. If it wasn't for the dark gods, we'd never be in the terrible mess humanity lives in now. On the other hand, we'd never have this much fun, Anika stated. Holocronectic visuals. We've got enemy contact. All warriors open fire, Jessica ordered. Immeasurable casualties. Both sides. Bravery marched throughout the battle, bloodstains everywhere, the amorphous chaotic horrors countering with swarming numbers, countless casualties sustained. The antimatter particle beam rifles, blazing glory as they deconstruct them. Military in defensive positions. Hold them off. We've got to pull through, Anika stated, violently devoured. Cloning necessary for soul integration. Your sacrifice will not be in vain, Jessica shouted. Chosen emotion, immeasurable wrath, mixed with sobs. Hopefully she'll rapidly have her soul, her soul rapidly inserted into a clone, Jacob claimed, mirroring Jessica's emotions. They would never forget her violent demise, as her haunting screams carry on throughout history. S.I.D, we're in trouble. Never, as our newer antagonists have taken over the XTC-13 Valhalla we're in. They keep swarming us. Immediate reinforcements necessary, Jessica stated. Evacuation 2. Negative. My limitless forces are dealing with an unknown threat. It's highly recommended they remain in their locations. But S.I.D's Hlaey. Everyone infuriated. Our situation keeps getting worse. First, our combat duty on that infested planet we've salvaged, and now this, Jacob replied. Rage increased immeasurably. At least we're getting better kill streaks. The black masculine soldier yelled. Walls, ceilings as cover. That's not the point. I understand your point, Jacob. What's the point? So what's that? He pointed out, Jacob, their eyes briefly gazing on the living shadows, controlled by the cryptic creatures. Black soldier's fate matching Anika's clone needed for matching Anika's clone needed for soul integration. You monsters, his death shall be rewarded with your skulls, Jacob retaliated. Countless antagonists depleted, swarm continuous. What are these things? A feminine Cuban soldier wondered. Chosen emotion, rage matched fates with Anika. These things have a tendency of violently devouring biomass. If this keeps up, perhaps it'll prove to their weakness, Jessica declared. Holocronectic visuals. The battle was scarcely won by them, as vast numbers were depleted. Hearing an ominous voice throughout the corridor, survivors repositioned themselves where the void spawns. Creatures from the Malvathrax Aridmos, journeying throughout universe and dimensions simultaneously. Our shadows of living dread, our desire to feed restlessly. We consume sweetly on your sufferings, the horrid creature whispered. We're the U.S.S.C military personnel, so we don't care what your species is. We'll eradicate you regardless of your stats, Jessica returned. Immense hatred, deranged figure intensified. Think not your survival shall alleviate you from us. We are an endless swarm of trepid, a blasphemous nightmare, desire blood. We evolved through universal and dimensional consumption, the chaotic laughter being a brief moment before its violent end, with no hope for squad self-resurrect. With no hope for squad's self-resurrection, surviving members darted to the command deck. Further intense combat and engagement barely survived success. What's going on here? Not too long ago, there was an SOS signal. Nobody's here, Jacob stated. It shows an emotion confusion. We might have hit some form of time paradox, Jessica announced. Massive uncertainty displayed. What? How? Not certain, Jacob. Sid, are you there? Sid, holoconnected visual. Failed contact. Her repetitive calling expanded the eerie silence throughout the mission. Sid effectively hiding its ominous agenda within the dark, causing intensified trouble. There's nothing here. Let's hurry up and depart from this XTC-13 Valhalla ship immediately, Jacob ordered. Not yet. Jacob, I need for you to hack into systems. See if you can get some answers, Jessica returned. Fine. But if I can't do so, we'll have to depart. Depart in ignorance. Got it? Certainly, Jessica stated, both of them being survivors, barely with various others. Their survival grown to near impossible as the very thought of chaotic horrors retaliating once more inspired them to hasten their efforts. Wait, did I skip so? See, in ignorance, got it. Certainly, Jessica, blah, blah. Yeah, the survival grow to near impossible as the very thought of chaotic horrors retaliating once more inspired them to hasten their efforts. Partial success. I've successfully hacked into the systems. Data details. We're not in alternate timeline, Sid secretively manipulated information before their arrival. These chaotic amorphous abominations did come from the Malvathrax Aridmos dimension. What about any other data? Unfortunately, Jessica, I can't get anything else. The systems sustained critical damage. No technicians around. Looks like we'll have to depart with what we have, Jessica replied. Very well, let's just hurry up and hasten out of here before more arrive, Jessica. Jacob commanded. Memories never failing to store horrid appearance. Creatures of horrifying features echo strongly throughout their records as they heavily dart to the docking bay. This Lieutenant James Korblan. This is Lieutenant James Korblan of the U.S.S.C. military. We've received confirmed details. S.I.D has successfully completed its objective on targeted infested stellar systems. This is Jessica Klein of the U.S.S.C. military personnel. To command deck. We're located in an abandoned STC-13 Valhalla ship within the Canis Major super void. Over. What are you doing there? Sir, we thought you'd informed us to return to you here. We've encountered massive antagonist numbers known as void spawns. We've sustained massive casualties. I never commanded you to head there. Who else commanded you? He intensely questioned, and chosen emotion, wrath. I thought he did. I thought you did also, S.I.D, deceived. Fell for it. Everyone. I thought he did also, S.I.D, deceived. Fell for it. Everyone. Our casualties were consumed based. Were consumed based tactics. Self-resurrection not possible, Jacob. Our casualties were consumed-based tactics. Self-resurrection not possible, Jacob detailed. Don't worry, our cloning devices shall provide their heroic souls with fresh bodies. Lieutenant claimed sobs. Just get back to Andromeda Base. You'll receive further details from me there, he commanded. Successful arrival, no timeline. Successful arrival, no troubles. Fully ignorant of the abandoned XTC-13 Valhalla ships from the future timeline. They strongly ponder what horrors they'll face off against. Their minds slowly beginning to think they've only met the beginning of nightmares within the cruel darkness of the cosmos. Their journey roughly minutes to arrive. Minds filled with void. Filled with void answers. Wait, something caused the XTC-13 Valhalla ship destruction. Never mind about that, Jacob. Jessica commanded. Holoconnectic visuals. Non-deranged expression. Calm chosen emotion. Probably more of those void spawns. But who knows? He replied, mirroring Jessica. Sir, we've arrived at base. What now? We've received detailed info about a bizarre incident located in the artificial solar system Zolkoth. Zolkoth. Data proves the largest artificial planet, Jupiter Prime, somehow lost most of its soldiers for guard duty. Your objective is to import yourselves for active replacement. Lieutenant commanded, Jessica. Immensely enraged Chosen. I hate guard duty, she shouted, slams fist onto desk on one well, unfortunately, I could only contact you and Jacob as final options. Fine, only on one condition. There has to be bloodshed and killing for me to do. Otherwise, I'm gonna be extremely bored, Jessica claimed. Calmer. There's no promises I can give. There better be death for me to encounter, Jessica claimed. Walking out military base briefing room. Jacob follows. You're lucky he didn't decide to demote. What was that? To demote you, Jessica. Look, I'm sorry, Jacob, but now, how exactly am I supposed to enjoy simple guard duty? She shouted, chosen emotion, anger, obviously. Well, maybe you should quit then. Maybe you should do active guard duty, Jacob. Well, maybe I will more often then. Fine. You just go right on ahead and do so. Then you could, hey, both of you quit arguing and get to work now. James strongly he commanded. Rushes to mission objective. Their journey into darkness left further void, minds attempting to figure out the cause of ship's destruction failed. A moment of brief hesitation was found in Jacob's eyes, thoughts slowly dragging towards investigating ship's destruction. Never mind what, Jacob. I honestly thought about investigating that XTC-13 Valhalla's destruction. Causality disappointed. Maybe we could investigate it some other time, Jessica responded. I agree. This mission's too important, unfortunately, for us to unattended to. He noticed holochronic visuals, which it wasn't. We were having so much fun violently depleting void spawns. At least it took quite a lot of efforts for them to kill our comrades. Jacob returned, deliberately sobs. I apologized for an argument back there. It's okay. Personally, I doubt anyone ever loves guard duty, he replied. Our standard infantry armor's fully capable of withstanding planetary destruction, granting estimates around 14 times greater speed / battle reflexes than normal. Combat strength 200 times greater increase than normal. Doesn't matter if it's TGX 30B power armor, VLTX 35 Wraith Stalker, whatever. True. Not to forget, Jacob, even without power armors on, our regeneration rates dramatically high. 3 minutes time fully regenerated. Yeah, fully regenerated, that's what it should have been. Anyways, perhaps every one of us worn VLTX 35 Wraith Stalker armor, we'd survive. After all, it's capable of granting us invisibility and intangibility. Nearly limitless potential. Uses universal and dimensional energies as energy source. I find it quite difficult for it having nearly limitless use. I mean, all our equipment uses universal and dimensional energies, regardless of what they are. It's because of their power vectors, Jacob. They act as some form of stabilizer. Without them, armor durability wouldn't be massive enough to sustain heavy damage, Jessica explained. I see. Anyway, enough chatting. We've sat in our ships on this planet too long, Jessica stated. extremely bored expression, heading over to the southern side of Zion Altaris city, Jacob informed. Heading over to northern side of it, she replied. Each city manufactured megalithic buildings beyond upper atmosphere, engulfs entire planets, all of them throughout existence. Little did they realize the trepid, abominable mutants laying in the shadow of the dark, stormy planet, city completely taken over by the unknown, lurking within. Horrors as hours passed until the genius mind of Jessica cooked up her plan. Magnificent. Said, "Are you there?" "I'm here, Jessica. What's your desire?" "I need for you to create a holoconnectic image of me, following up with artificial cloning. I need you to do so in order for me to abandon my current duty and have fun. I repay you back, buddy. Holoconnectic visuals, infantry suit. Short for Systems Unit Intelligence Tactics. Very well. Commencing a command protocol. Jessica blames all on you if things go bad. Created. I'm sure it'll all work out, Sid. Chosen emotion, joy. Her plan was perfectly created within an isolated area of the city base. She darts carefully throughout the city, searching for thrill rides, quote-unquote thrill rides. What's this mutagenetic being? She heavily questioned, herself conversating. The amorphous entity was a humanoid cephalopod sized to a masculine adult, yellow cat-slit eyes glowing brightly on her face, rotting tentacles dangling down as it floats throughout the landscape, skull as a bony jellyfish appeal, mouth on the rotting belly, pointed downward, devouring human brains, human corpse dangling, claws powerful enough to cut through battle tanks, barely blur speed, combat, and movement. The abomination, a true horror of chaotic. Hold on a sec. Of chaotic mass continues as countless numbers reveal themselves. "This is what I live for," Jessica stated. Deranged expression, battle engaged. How invigorating, splattering their brains on my armor as they attempt to kill me. Self-dialogue. Good thing I've decided to change my armor before we left. Now I'm wearing VLTX-35 Wraith Stalker armor. She complied. The blows only passing through her. Intangible, temporarily. The everlasting rotting tentacles spewed foul, loathing clouds. Rotting stench, intangible, mass magnetic potential, only weakness. Apparently, I must fall back and think of something. My shots keep passing through them. She darts from the abominations, gazing on on human corpses. Let's see. Maybe I could use that NR-30 laying on the ground. She thought. Shots fired to her discovery. Their weakness in their horrifying cloud form. So their weakness in that form's neutron star material, she stated. Only capable of producing neutron stars at full charged power, maximum at magnetar. Apparently, the magnetic material from neutron rifles is too much for them. She thought. The city overwhelmed by them. Infiltration successful. Cosmic energy as stealth material. She darts heavily back to her stationed location throughout a distance of 900,000 miles. Planet size 2 million miles. Arrival 6-minute timing. The planet containing gravitational influence 101 times larger than Earth. Constant storming severe. Excuse me, Commander John Darmington. We've got a tremendous issue, Jessica remarked. What do you mean? I've abandoned my current guard duty to entertain myself by killing antagonists which I've bodied countless numbers. The city's somehow been infiltrated by these mutagenetic abominations I call the Setargranks. His eyes filled furiously, deliberately. She's right. We're not alone. How do you know that, Sid? My scanners have identified these creatures upon her arrival. Lied, all fell for it. What are your opportunities? What are your opportunities for containment? He heavily asked. Undefined, but most likely success. It all depends on what happens during our struggle. Sid declared. Lied. Commando suit in use. Let's see. Holoconnected visuals, evidence proven. Perhaps guard duty won't be so boring here after all, the commander stated. Deranged, joyful expression. All military personnel, we've confirmed alien threats. All units prepare for conflict, Commander Commander Joe stated. Commander Joe stated. See. Holoconnected visuals. Sir, we've got incoming threats heading towards a female soldier shouted. Rapid traveling speed. Vastly beyond blur. I want full military defenses in operation now, the commander ordered. Holoconnected visuals used. Chaotic combat heavily chaotic combat heavily engaged. Jessica, what did you do? Jacob immensely, he questioned. Chosen emotion wrath. I just wanted to have fun is all. Beside, you should all thank me for discovering these abominations. If it wasn't for me, who knows what would happen. Can't argue with you there, Jacob stated. Massive anti-matter particle rifles particle beam rifles firing. Massive quantities of antimatter particle beam rifles firing. Countless casualties mounting both sides. They keep devouring everyone before they get a chance to self-resurrect. Get Sid into battle now, Jacob furiously commanded. Holoconnected visuals. Yes, sir, a black, feminine soldier obeyed. Killed in action. Failed. Fully consumed. Cloning necessary. The battle immeasurably intensifies as overwhelming numbers begin to surface the reveal across the globe. Now we know for certain about the cryptic missing numbers, Jessica stated. Extreme deranged expression, laughter.
How do you know for certain, Jessica? Because I've seen them devouring human beings closer in towards the city, Jacob. She replied, just a moment ago. We've been bodying them. Now our assaults do nothing. Clouds reproduced. Listen to me. You need to start firing our neutron rifles. Our neutron rifles 30. Their structure still destabilizes due to proper magnetic influence. Are you sure, Jessica? A masculine German soldier questioned, concerned. Yes, I've done it myself. You're right. These. What did you say you've called them again? He questioned. Setargranks, she replied. Setargranks, right. He'd, These Setargranks are getting bodied once more, a German warrior claimed. The German warrior claimed. Witnesses immeasurable casualties, tanks cut to pieces. The tortured screams strongly echoed throughout the battlefield. VLG-33 Rhino battle tanks thunderously blasting away the horrid abominations darted throughout the battlefield. Beyond visibility, tanks destroyed. Get our portals opened immediately, Jessica fiercely shouted to her comrades. Jacob, get S.I.D deployed here now. I'm attending to do so already. Deliberate, unfathomable wrath, deranged appearance, holoconnectic visuals. Yeah, S.I.D, we need your reinforcements immediately for evac. Jupiter Prime's been massively overrun by mutagenetic abominations. Confirmed, Jacob. Commencing command protocol, S.I.D stated. Infantry suit, hurry up. We're struggling to survive out here, Jessica yelled. I'll be there as soon as possible. However, my limitless militaries fighting off limitless numbers of complex life forms deceived successfully. How much longer until you arrive here? I apologize, but I must maintain full concentration dealing with them. False holoconnectic visuals. At least we've got countless portals operating. It's still possible for us to reclaim this planet. Commander John heavily inspired. Dead. Psychic beam devoured. Great. Now he'll be needing a clone for his soul to inhabit, Jessica alerted. Cold killer eyes located on a dying abomination. And hopefully he'll return to battle soon. I doubt it, Jacob. Hey, you never know, he replied, deliberately deranged sobs. We're here to reinforce the city on any Egyptian feminine soldier stated. Tanks rekindled their thunderous battle cannons, neutron star material darting across the entire city. Throughout the entire city, their nightmarish assaults shattered the swarming front lines. Momentarily careful you don't fully charge your shots. I'd hate to discover this stellar system devoured by a neutron stars, Jessica informed. The tank crew has informed the tank crew. Don't worry. We've got this, ma'am. The American feminine commander complied. The massive onslaught of the swarm evolved their battle intelligence, destroyed all tanks again. These things are tough. Keep every portal guarded, Jacob shouted. His eyes filled with cold, brutal vengeance as he darts across the battle zone, depletes countless forces literally in a single shot. NR-30, days passed as darkness during the battle, planet always in literal darkness. How long have we been fighting them? Jessica furiously shouted. It's been days. A masculine Egyptian soldier detailed. Jessica's wrath immeasurably increased. Her biological strength immeasurably stronger. Curvaceous body unaltered. Sid, where are you? Jessica wrathfully yelled. I'm almost done with these biological vermin, Sid stated, successfully lied. We've sustained critical casualties where self-resurrection isn't possible. Once more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jessica, but it's best my limitless military defeats the boundless numbers of these abominations, Sid remarked. Jessica took the bait. We need to reinforce our eastern defenses now, a feminine African soldier shouted fiercely. Forget about it. It's already destroyed. A masculine Japanese warrior alarmed. The Setargranks enclosing in their position rapidly. All military personnel on eastern side fall back to western defenses immediately, Jessica ordered. Negative. We'll be able to recover everything, a feminine Chinese warrior proved. Future tense. Jessica, we've got confirmed information. Sid's almost at our location. Excellent. We just need to hold off a bit longer. Once the AIs arrived, we'll finally be able to retake this planet instead, she believed. Negative. Your newer orders are to evacuate immediately when it arrives, Lieutenant James ordered. Immeasurable fury. Sir, with Sid in the battlefield, we'll be able to. Not gonna happen. And I've informed our boundless quantities of president about the situation. I'll say boundless presidents about the situation. They've ordered the unleashing of an assault rifle 20 at full power. You can't be serious, Jessica shouted. Holocronetic visuals. Unfortunately, I am. They've deemed it best to burn up the entire planet. Once it's been burnt up, melting effect shall make it impossible for hospitality. James replied. Very well. All right, everyone. Our objective's to hold out until Sid arrives. Our scanners identify over trillions of beetle moons headed our way, Jacob ordered. The immeasurable turmoil intensified on both sides. Lives perished within an instant as the abominations continue closing in. I'm here, everyone, Sid informed. Massive firepower dispensed from orbit before hurry up, the AI shouted. Infantry suits, tank suits, and commando suits providing covering fire. Thanks for rescuing us, Jessica expressed gratitude deliberately. You're welcome, Sid replied. Commando suit. Lieutenant James, we're returning back to your currently located XTC-13 Valhalla immediately. Confirm I'll meet you in the outer region of the solar system, he strongly emphasized. We're all here, Sid remarked. You take this, take this system, he strongly emphasized. We're all here. You take this AR-20 and fire on the targeted planet, he commanded. Yes, sir, a veteran American soldier obeyed. Where's Firebox Boy, a.k.a. Firebox Armor? The incineration left a haunting memory throughout the United Systems social construct military as the planet dies in the inferno. Our objectives are over with for now. All military personnel return to your homes for rest, James commanded. Jessica's and Jacob's returning home to Earth left them slumbering in a brutal nightmare.